So there is now only 5 days away until we find out what this countdown is for Ark Survival Evolved. Now that will be coming out on June the 15th. I don't know whether it's going to be announced on a live stream or if it's going to be announced on like a social media platform, but as soon as I find out, I'll be letting you guys know. But I was playing Ark a little bit earlier before this video, and I was thinking a lot about the countdown, and if it does turn out to be the Extinction DLC, I remember that this is actually going to be the final DLC for the game, and it kind of got me thinking, then what? Like, what else have we got to look forward to for the game? So I decided to write down a list, and there's something very interesting at the end, which is the last thing on the list, that I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with us, you know, if you think this would be a good idea, basically. So if you do enjoy today's video, as always, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, because it really does help me out. I'm so shocked that we are over 100,000 subscribers, and again, I just want to thank you guys so much for that. It's just been a dream ever since I started the channel, and I'll try and stop talking about it as much in videos. It's just been something massive for me. But anyway, let's just get in with today's video about this, about what's next for Ark Survival Evolved after the DLC, basically. So, we did have the Season Pass announced a while back on the game, and we were told there was going to be 3 DLCs, which was Scorched Earth, which we already had, which is a very strange thing they did there. We then knew that we were going to be getting Aberration, which came out in December, and then we were told we were getting a third one, which was going to finish the story for the game, and basically be the final DLC, and we now know is Extinction. Now, from the countdown picture, many of us kind of know that this is just going to be the release of the final DLC. It's pretty obvious, you know, how, like, we're going to be going to Earth, and it looks like we're going to be getting new dinos as well, such as the Brachiosaurus, and the other 2 on there, the relative of the Trike and stuff, and, you know, it's going to be very exciting. But with every Ark DLC, you play it, you enjoy it loads, and there's always a chance, you know, there's obviously new maps to explore, new dinos, as I said, but there's always a chance that you may not enjoy the map, and then you end up getting bored and moving back to the same old ones, such as Ragnarok and the Island, and that obviously is something that makes there less and less things for you to do. Now, don't get me wrong, this could be a very successful DLC, everyone loves the map, and, you know, you can play it for like a whole year without getting bored, or like half a year or something, because it's so much fun, and there's so much to explore, but then it could fail, because, you know, it might not just work in the way that people wanted. It's going to be very interesting in that way. So obviously we know with Extinction it's going to be like, there's going to be like an ending to it, so there's probably going to be like some sort of meteor that's going to come down, and that's going to be how you end the story. I don't really know how you're going to get back onto the map. I'm sure you'll probably end up completing it and it will spawn you back in and you can play the map again. That's probably what's going to happen with it. But then obviously, we're going to be talking about what else to look forward to for the game, because it's been out now for 3 years. It's such a shock. I've been covering it for way over 2.5 years, and I really don't want this game to die on from this. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is the S+ mod. Now, way back at TwitchCon 2017, a long time ago, we were told that the next official mod was going to be S+, and it was going to be added into the core game. And ever since TwitchCon 2017, there hasn't been a single word on S+. No one knows where it is, no one knows what's going on, and it's been quite frustrating because it's been something a lot of people are looking forward to. Now, if you don't know what the S+ mod is, it's basically something that helps you build. It makes building so much easier and more fun, in my opinion, and actually adds in loads of new items such as like double doors, which I think would just be fantastic for the game, because I think a single door really isn't just what you want. You want a nice, awesome double door that when you walk up to it opens, you know, itself and stuff. There are just so many awesome things with S+, and I would just love to see it come to the game, and I'm still hoping that is something within their plans. Now, the reason why I think it is we know it was going to be a very long time on from TwitchCon, because they didn't say it would, you know, a release date on it. We knew that when they add in a mod to the game, it's going to take a long time. A bit longer than I expected, in my opinion, but the reason why I think it still is in the works is because there was the Primal Survival mod, but they did actually give us information on that, saying that that was delayed. So hopefully we get some news on S+ later on with the year. Now, there is something which links again to modding, which is more sponsored mods, more maps, and, that are going to be mods, basically. Because there's like a huge sponsored mod list, and there has been, for about over a year on the game. I think it's been like a year and a half now. It's been so long I can't even remember how long. And these are all mods that have potential to become official ones that can also come to the console. Now, there's been a huge list of these, and we really don't know what is going on with them at the moment. Obviously, Zen, who is a new dev in the community, has been making a lot of work with modding and stuff, but really, is that making the progress and getting closer and closer to become official mods? I don't know. But we are still hoping that there was going to be a chance that these sponsored mods could be coming to the console and to the PC as an official mod. Now, again, as I said, more maps. You're probably confused saying, Dom, but I thought this was the last DLC. Again, there's obviously Ragnarok on the game, which isn't part of the DLC. It was a free update, which was a mod. So there's a chance that we'll be seeing more map mods added into the game. So hopefully that Extinction won't be the final map you will play on Ark Survival Evolved. But that, again, is something we should wait and see, because I have no idea what the progress is with sponsored mods right now. Now, the next thing which I feel like the game really, really needs, and there hasn't been any news on it for a while, right at the start we had a game mode, which is one of the points that I said, which is new game modes for the game. We had Survival of the Fittest right at the start. Everyone loved it. It was a kind of battle royale mode. Like, Ark were one of the first games to do it. I know there was Minecraft, Hunger Games and stuff, but that's kind of what the idea was with Survival of the Fittest, and I absolutely loved it. But unfortunately, I didn't get to play it that much, that much more than I wanted to, because I only just got my new PC towards the end of Survival of the Fittest, when they didn't really put any more work into it, which was pretty upsetting there. But more game modes like Survival of the Fittest in there would be so great. You can either play the normal survival game of Ark, or choose a new game mode. Like, there's they could create a new game mode that could absolutely take off, just like how Battle Royale has for Fortnite. Like, there's always a chance there, and then people have, you can either play with Fortnite, you've got Battle Royale, and then you've got Save the World. With Ark, they could have a new mode that they've created that could take off, and then there's the option to play that, or there's the option just to play the normal survival side of it. But again, that's for something, to find out later on with the future, if they end up doing this. Now, one of the points I put down was new dinos. Now, that kind of just links to the Extinction DLC. We know there's going to be new dinos added into the game, which is going to be great, because I love being able to tame new dinos. And what I love about this is because it kind of, whenever there's new dinos and a new map added into the game, it brings me back to the days of the videos I used to create, which were like how to spawn in and stuff, and the cheat commands for Ark Survival Evolved and taming dinos. And I know a lot of you guys miss those videos on my channel, and I would love to bring them back, but I can't just constantly, people have asked me to bring new cheat command videos and stuff, but I don't really just want to be redoing the same ones that I've done in the past, because then it's just the same thing, really, isn't it? Like, I don't really just want to be repeating constant videos. But what I love when there's a new DLC and new dinos is there's new dinos to be able to spawn in and try out and stuff, and that's what I love. I love making those videos for you guys, and I cannot wait for that to come out when the DLC does is released. Again, with Extinction, we should have new items and weapons added in as well, so that's something to look forward to. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be any, that many more. They'll probably have some new, ways, like mechanics for the final DLC. I don't really know. That isn't confirmed. But with Aberration, we had the zip line, we had the wingsuit. So hopefully we'll have some new awesome things like that in the game. Now, before I talk about the final thing for this video, I kind of wanted to go straight back to dinos and items and weapons. And the reason for this is, it doesn't just have to be for the Extinction DLC we see new weapons and dinos. It can actually link to sponsored mods in a way, because loads of dinos and items and weapons are always being created by modders in the community, and this doesn't rule out those being added into the sponsored mod program. And if they're worked on so much and they're prepared to come, and they're good enough to actually be able to come onto the console one day, that's what we could be seeing. There's been like the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World that's been, on the workshop for Ark for so long now, and people have wanted it so badly on console. So that never does rule out that sort of thing happening later on with the game. But anyway, talking about the final thing, which I want a lot of you guys to give me feedback in the comment section down below, is about Ark Survival Evolved 2. Now, that is something I don't really want to be going on to too much, and the reason for that is because I know it's going to cause a massive debate in the comment section down below, and I know that's obviously a good thing sometimes, but we have very little news on this, and that this could not happen for another year or two. It really depends on what movements Wildcard make with the game and what they're, they need to give us sort of a roadmap. Now, the reason why I'm talking about Ark Survival Evolved 2 is because I think about 6 months ago, it may have been a little bit longer, about 6 months ago, Jesse, who is a dev for Ark Survival Evolved, was in an interview with someone, and he said, I think as we get down the line, over the next year or two, which is pretty crazy, Ark needs to have a sequel at some point. It's definitely going to be in our minds about when it's the right time to have something like that. So he actually said that 6 months ago, in the next year or two. So really, it's looking like we could potentially be seeing Ark Survival Evolved, like the sequel number 2, being released in like a year or two's time. I doubt it'll be a year, because obviously everything I've talked about, all the mods and stuff, there needs to be something exciting about that. But what I'm kind of getting from Wildcard, from, having an Ark Survival Evolved 2, is kind of just revamping the game and then selling it again to make more money. But but then what I'm also thinking is, if they were to release an Ark Survival Evolved 2, maybe they've learned from their mistakes and they want to build it to make a better game into the future. You never know, and I would love to see a bigger and better Ark Survival Evolved in number 2. Hopefully there'll be some sort of discount for the people that have played the game before, but I doubt it. But that is something to look forward to for the future with the game. I always thought it was going to be a game that just carries on with, just carries on sort of like how Minecraft works and how Fortnite works. It's not like there's going to be a Fortnite Battle Royale 2 or Fortnite Save the World 2. But with this Ark Survival Evolved, I feel like doing a number 2 will actually sort of save the game a bit, because being able to have all that branding and that advertisement again will make the game, and if they do it right this time, more people will buy it again and give the game a second chance. So maybe that will be something useful. But anyway, that is going to be the end of the video, guys. I wanted to make this just because I had so much on my mind thinking about how this is going to be the final DLC for the game, and I really didn't want you guys just to think this is going to be the end of Ark, basically, after this. Now, there's lots to look forward to. 5 days to go, guys. Cannot wait. I'm hoping we'll get some more info just before, the actual countdown does end, so we know what to expect. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you did enjoy today's video, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.